Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since my last video, been about a month now. I've been having things going on, and I've got 3 points before we begin. 3 points to cover before I go into today's topic. Number 1. Okay, so the first point I wanted to make was, I did actually have another video made, for a couple of weeks back. It was of, Toy Story 3 impressions, because I went to go see the movie and I really enjoyed it. As I explained in the video, I don't like doing reviews as a vlog because I think reviews have a more formal structure. Impressions, though, is just sort of random thoughts. So that was coming out, but then I was editing it together and none of it made sense, really, because I kept repeating the same thing over and over again. Number 2. Okay, so also, the reason I've been away during this while is I've been working on a show called Into the Woods. Which is by Stephen Sondheim, the same guy who did Sweeney Todd. So it's a musical, and did it in a local sort of theatre with a local theatre group. I was production crew, like doing lighting and stuff like that, so wasn't in it. And this is sort of something I hadn't really done before, and I got to learn how to do lighting in a theatre, which will also carry over to film, sort of. So that was a really good experience, and also it's got to be like one of the best shows I've ever worked on, and just also one of the best ones I've ever seen. I mean, it's just, I love Sondheim and what he does. This is great, really. Number 3. Okay, so the final point is that I've been talking short film for a while. I've been saying I'm in pre-production. During the month that you haven't seen me, it has been filmed. I am now in post-production, and so it should be coming out hopefully by August. I know I originally said July, but I didn't realise that the theatre production Into the Woods would take up my time so much, so that's what really happened there. But yeah, it's filmed, it'll be coming out soon, hopefully August. I just got to do narration recording and a bunch of other stuff, but it should be coming. It's coming along nicely at the moment, I think. And yeah, that's pretty much all on that. Okay, so today's topic is Jessi Slaughter. And for those who don't know, Jessi Slaughter is this 11-year-old girl who's been appearing on YouTube recently, and has been one of the recent victims of 4chan. And there's been recent videos where she's been crying about recent trolling. That said, though, you may think I'm about to take her side. I'm not. The fact is that this is a girl who has no idea how the internet works, and she originally had posted videos of how she was going to put a Glock in someone's mouth and make a brain slushy. She made numerous not death threats, but she just threatened people, basically. There weren't any legitimate death threats. But, she was threatening people, and she was trolling people. She was swearing unnecessarily, which you just don't expect out of an 11-year-old girl's mouth. And it's just been, a massive whirlwind of craziness. Anyway, so eventually 4chan got on this shit, and they began trolling her back. Now, this is just one of those people who are like Christian YouTuber, probably one of the more famous or infamous YouTube tween kids to disturb the balance of the internet, as a way to say it, I guess. But basically, they began trolling her back, and they found out her address and her phone number, and they've been sending pizza and Craigslist haulers to her house. And in the recent video, it's become evident that her parents are morons. If you see the video where she's crying, her father comes in multiple times and has created brand new internet memes for us all, such as the consequences shall never be the same, and that we done goofed up. It's become evident through various phone calls to the house, through anonymous people, and some people who are legitimately interviewing the situation. Can't remember, there was one news source who rang up to just ask about the situation, and they found out that these parents have no idea how a computer even works. It's all what the girl's doing. And they've informed the police and stuff because the girl's become very upset, if you see any of the videos. Obviously, I can't link you it for one, probably because I could get in trouble somehow for it. And two, because it's just constantly changing because YouTube is removing them and then they're popping up in other places. But it's not hard to find. You just want to look up Jessi Slaughter. It's very evident that these people don't know how the internet works. As the father said, he had backtraced all the emails that I can't remember the quote exactly, that he found, and he caught the emails that were backtraced. I've got no idea. But basically, my thoughts of this situation is little kids should not be allowed on the internet. It is damaging both to them and to other people. They don't know what they're doing most of the time. For some reason, little kids around that age have some violent tendencies when they are attacked. Same with Christian YouTuber who said he was going to slit people's throats, who called him a homo. But basically, this is another sad case that the parents have no idea what's going on. They have no idea how to control it. And the police don't really know that much either. They just, they're going to say, get off the internet. Whether she does or not is yet to be seen. This all happened about in the past week from my findings, so it's still fairly new-ish. But yeah, I think it might be one of the bigger ones in the end, this Jessi Slaughter business. But what again, I can't stress how stupid, obviously a lot of these parents are. Not just Jessica Slaughter's parents, but a lot of other parents who, this has happened time and time again. And obviously, no one is talking about this to parents because it just keeps happening and happening and happening. Generally seems to be happening to American kids. Not to, try and say it's only the Americans that it's happening to, but I don't know, there just seems to be a bit of a, the amount of times that it's happened in America with these kids, you'd think that they would, start telling kids more about this. So, now a lot of people might be wondering, do I feel sorry for this girl, what she originally was saying was really not very nice stuff to come out of 11-year-old girl's mouth. I need to learn how to talk. She was making those threats, she was swearing unnecessarily, and she was just basically bad-mouthing, and she didn't have very good use of the English language. It was poorly constructed sentence after poorly constructed sentence. I understand that, being attacked by 4chan is something that a lot of 11-year-olds can't handle, and I'm sorry that she felt that way, but however, she kept feeding 4chan and the other trolls, and the parents didn't understand what was going on. The first reaction I would have thought would have been, unplug the internet. Don't let her on it. They keep letting her on it. It just doesn't make any sense. Stop feeding them. But they keep doing that. And ultimately, this is just a bad-mouthed kid whose parents think is an angel, and she's not. And yeah, that's really all I've got to say on it. I don't condone cyberbullying, but in fairness, she sort of started it in a sense. But I do understand that 11-year-olds cannot, they can't take on a force as big as 4chan. But you poke the beehive, the bees are going to attack. For more information, I'll have a link to 4chan's Encyclopedia Dramatica, below to an article listed on her. That's really all I wanted to talk about today, I guess. Keep your kids off the internet.